if you are not mentally stable, you can't know the right decisions to make. You might just probably be making decisions out of trauma. For a seed to germinate, it has to be in the right condition. You have to be in the right atmosphere. You have to be in the right place. So you as a person too should also be in the right atmosphere. You should be around people that are giving you the right information, the right ideas, the right networking. Ships, though they be so great, are turned about by fierce winds. Even so is the tongue. It's like a small rudder, and it is used to turn the ship whithersoever it listeth. Your tongue is your rudder, your body is the ship. And what you say with your mouth is what will actually direct you into the place that you are going in life. If you constantly say, oh, I don't have money, I'm broke, I'm sapa, if you constantly say those things to yourself, those will constantly be your reality. Because the more you say it, the more it enters your subconscious, the more you think about it. And the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Alright, hi guys, my name is Tolu Afilaka, and welcome to another episode. Okay, I'm going to be talking about the art of bouncing back. I feel life is in cycles, ups, downs, ups, downs, up, downs. I've had my own fair share, and I'll still have many more, because I'm sure you're wondering, who am I to take opinions and advice from you? But bouncing back is something everyone has gone through. I remember I read the story of Otedola, who at one point was in debt and he was almost losing everything. And Otedola is fine now, he's good. He went through a terrible phase, but he's doing very well now, in business, from selling some assets to making some decisions that were painful. But he got back. So how do I bounce back after I've gone through a crisis period? It's very simple, and I'll try and break it down so that you can understand. Now, first things first is to ask yourself the question of, where am I? Yes, you must ask yourself, where am I currently? Where am I financially? Where am I with my relationships? Where am I with my family? Before you even start asking yourself what went wrong, you need to know where you are mentally, because if you are not mentally stable, you can't know the right decisions to make. You might just probably be making decisions out of trauma. Now, let's move on to the next step. The next step then is to ask yourself, how did I get here? What were the decisions I made? Now, problems accumulate into challenges. Little problems accumulate into challenges. You were probably making some decisions daily or every hour or every minute that led you into that challenge. It could be, for example, let me just take an example, if you're obese. It could be that you started eating at a certain age, some things at a certain age you shouldn't, and now they became habits, and over time, it became something else. It could be even an addiction, It started with somebody exposing you to something, you seeing something, you started browsing something, and then it grew to something else, and all of that. But I'm here to talk about bouncing back. Now, it's important then for you to surround yourself with people who have gone through the same challenges and have come out of it. Now, what do you draw from them? You draw from them the experiences. How were they feeling at that time? What was happening? Blah, 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 blah. Now, there was a time in my life where I had a gap year in school. I had a gap year where I was just at home doing nothing, because I had some issues with my results, But I was able to draw inspiration and draw experience from a friend who at the time failed his JAM. He's a very intelligent guy, someone I deeply respect. But for some reasons, he failed his JAM. He didn't meet the cutoff, and he had to stay at home for a full year, while his mates left. And so I was in such a situation, and what could I do? I got advice and I got lessons from him. He learned skills. He was improving himself. He didn't allow any time to waste. And many of those skills are some things that he's using now, not even the degree he ended up graduating with. So in that phase where you are going through tough times, where your life feels stagnant, I think it's best that you draw lessons from people, add new skills to yourself, make valid use of your time. Bishop Oyedepo will always say something, says it's never too late to be right. Start making the right decisions. Start making the right choices. Start doing the right things. When you start doing that, it might seem tiring, but then you will now know, you will start advancing, you start seeing that your life is changing, things that you never used to do before. It's possible that you were not even going to church. Start putting yourself in the right environment. Now, for a seed to germinate, it has to be in the right conditions. You have to be in the right atmosphere. You have to be in the right place. So you as a person too should also be in the right atmosphere. You should be around people that are giving you the right information, the right ideas, the right networking. So there are many reasons why people fear to bounce back, and it's either fear or lack of focus. And I feel that you should, as a person, you should know that fear is false evidence appearing real. I don't know who came up with that, but it's something. Stay away from fear. Go in the path of faith. Be optimistic. Always believe that this thing is going to work. And then always have a new vision board, a clear place of where you are going. Have a new board where you see, this is where I'm going to be in the next 2 years. This is where I'm going to be in the next 3 years. The things I do now in comedy are things that I had seen. My sister can attest to it. I would always tell her, I say, by 2021, 2023, I want to have met Alibaba. I want to have met Basket Mouth. How will I get there? I don't know, but this is what I see. I would visualize it on my bed when I sleep, and by the time I wake up. And then the next thing is to actually have it as a confession, have it as a thing you say to yourself every day when you wake up, when you're about to sleep, in your conversations. Have it. It must get into your heart in full. The Bible says, ships, though they be so great, are turned about by fierce winds. Even so is the tongue. It's like a small rudder, and it is used to turn the ship whithersoever it listeth. Your tongue is your rudder, your body is the ship, and what you say with your mouth is what will actually direct you into the place that you are going in life. If you constantly say, oh, I don't have money, I'm broke, if you constantly say those things to yourself, those will constantly be your reality. Because the more you say it, the more it enters your subconscious, the more you think about it. And the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So your thought matters. And like I said, you must expose yourself to people going somewhere. It's just that simple. Be among the right people, have right conversations with people, have the right emotional connections with the right people. It's not every lady you see that you will date. Some ladies are going to be your helpers. Yeah. Take away toxic masculinity. Some ladies will be your helpers. They will give you some information that you've never seen. There's some information that I've gotten from some ladies that busted my head and said, oh my God, I wish I knew this earlier. So these are many of those ways that you can bounce back. And so at this point, I just want to encourage you to let you know that it's never too late. It's never too late. Like what I said, Bishop Oyedepo said, it's never too late to be right. You can start now to start making those right decisions. And remember to first of all be aware of where exactly you are now. It could be a debt challenge. I've gone through debt. I've owed people money, but I had to ask myself, where am I? And I need to stop now. When you do that and when you know that, then you can now start making the right decisions. But if you are not aware of where your mental health is currently, you might start even making worse decisions and you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. But hey, no matter how deep you have gone, you can always come out. Because for there to be a problem, I will always say there is a solution. There is a solution to everything on this earth. There's a solution to everything on this earth. And whatever you might be going through, let me let you know it's just a death experience. When it dies, it will always come out again. Jesus said, except a corn of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it abideth alone. But when it does die, it bears much fruit. So whatever situation you're going through is so that it can bear much fruit at the end of the day. It says, Jesus says, when that seed even germinates, when it becomes a tree, it says other birds come and nest upon. Paul said it is with the comfort we receive that we extend to others. So whatever challenge you are facing, it might be at the lowest level of your life. Constantly say to yourself, things are working together for my good. I will always be on top. I'm above only, never beneath. And trust me, having the right vision board and having the right relationships around you, and always pray to God for eyes to see and for ears to hear. And trust me, your bouncing back is going to be strong, and I'll be there to watch you. My name is Tolu Afilaka, and I just thought to share.